Hi, Leo. Welcome. This is Beauty Soul Tarot, and I might change the name of the channel like at some point because I've outgrown the whole Beauty Soul thing. Um, so I haven't yet ordered cards, but I am planning on doing that at some point. Right now, I have a bunch of words that I have written down. All of the cards are in here, they're just not with the pictures. So this is going to be for Leo, any placement that you have in the sign of Leo. So you could be a Gemini, but you have Leo in your fourth house. Well, this would apply to your fourth house. So with that being said, here we go. Let's see what's going on with Leo. We have the Ace of Cups. I'm going to put it back. It was in reverse. I think okay. So it seems like there's something that doesn't feel so comfortable. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Four of Pentacles. So there is something that is you're holding close to your chest. This is something that you don't know how you feel about. You're kind of like on guard or on edge. You're just kind of like, I don't know. Like you're withheld in some kind of way. Like you're proceeding with caution. There's something also that you as well could be Two of Pentacles in reverse. There's something also that you could be keeping close to you, like yours type of thing. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is something that is, it feels like something's off kilter, off balance. There might be something like a suspicion that something is not a suspicion necessarily, something just isn't usual, or because you're holding something close to you, or you could be like hiding in some kind of way, like not hiding, but just being very on guard. And then there's something that isn't the same about it, or it isn't, yeah, it isn't the same. Queen of Swords, you know it. Five of Pentacles. Okay, this could be, if this has to do with health, this could be something where you're being careful, you're taking your time, you're being careful. You feel like you are kind of neglected in a kind of way. Something feels neglected, is what it is. It feels like something's missing with what you're supposed to have. You might even feel like something is, one of your items is missing. Queen of Swords, Six of Cups. This could have to do with like a memory that you have of your child, or you just feel like something isn't, it doesn't mean that something's missing necessarily. It also could just be that you kind of have a feeling that this might not be the best, like this might be like throwing something off. But with the Queen of Swords, you're being very smart about the situation. You have clarity. You have clarity about the situation, and just because there's a sword, just because there's not that there's a sword, but just because there's a Queen of Swords or a King of Swords, it doesn't always mean that they're the only smart ones in the zodiac. That can often be misperceived. But you are handling yourself very well, and you feel like in some way something feels like you're like, okay, I can handle this, but it's mismanaged, or it's not exactly, it feels empty. Queen of Wands in reverse. So this gives you less motivation, or you feel like you can't like do too much. Queen of Cups. But you still feel good about the situation. Okay, I'm just going to show you the cards here. You can't really see them because they're written down. Yeah, they're written down. So, until further notice, until I have cards, yeah, this is just one of those. Let's see what else. For the sign of Leo, we have the Ace of Swords and the Lovers in reverse. This is just taking time for you and your experience to be what you want it to be. It's taking time. There's a separation there's a separation that comes in. A separation from a child, or a separation. Yeah, it's like you're saying, I can't do more, and you might even be sorry that you can't. You might feel sorry or feel like you wish you could do something more, or that like there's something that could be like, you know what you're doing, and so what you're doing is you're continuing to be wise about the situation. You're also considering your children, or something sensitive or very important about what you feel and how you feel about the situation. King of Wands is right there. The Devil in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is something where you're like, I don't want this to cause something that's not cause. It's like you're like, I don't want this to be something that ends up being non-helpful to my family or my partner or my children. You don't want it to be something that turns into like a bad situation where you would have rather done something else. So what is the outcome for Leo? Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So you're proceeding anyways. Knight of Cups, the outcome is that it continues forward. So let's see if there's anything else. There is excitement with this. It just doesn't seem like you're certain that the decision is correct. The Hermit in reverse, it's requiring, or it is taking on more reflection time, more time to the self, and more time to think things through. So that is what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye.